Hey, happy Valentine's Day. And if you're single or if you don't have a Valentine, I hope you can still feel the love today and show yourself that grace and be kind to yourself and others. And that's what it's all about, celebrating love. And just know that you're not alone. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a reading from my book and see if there's anything in that is helpful. And yeah, I hope so, yeah, because I don't know what I would say for a substantial amount of time about love and things like that on Valentine's Day, but I do want to contribute something to someone who may need this. So, yeah. An inner bond which cannot be broken could sometimes be ignored, but it remains with you throughout your life. When in doubt, use your gut. Another gift, something that has always been there and that has consistently proven itself worthy in times of need, is one's gut. Because I feel as if gut is rather an unattractive word, I took the liberty of changing it to guide, which is, and I think you can agree, universally understandable and recognizable in some way, shape, or form. Some perceive their guide as God, a higher power, a little voice in their head, or even their own basic intelligence. I would bump that up to consciousness, but again, I'm just reading. They all provide survival instincts when one is in a state of confliction. I have never heard of anyone who has never had a gut feeling. There is without a doubt a guide in all of us. One simply cannot deny its existence. It presents itself diversely and it is able to communicate to each and every one of us, no matter what language or ability. Our guide is one of our most powerful universal gifts that we all share. One can be solaced in the fact that this guide will always be present. When facing uncertainty, and especially when all else fails, it will always be there to assist you if you should need it. Always. Your guide is an incredibly useful asset. It is a fundamental connection to your inner spirit. This bond cannot be broken, it cannot be sent away. It is a permanent backup plan built into your natural system. Granted, sometimes it is exclusively disregarded, but then lessons are learned. So, win-win. It is much like instinct, invisible, but one knows it exists. One is distinctly aware of it. So when you feel you have nothing to rely on, you actually do. We all have a guide. Remember that. When in doubt, go back to the basics, use your guide. You may even find it helpful to use it as an aid of some kind. Keep your guide up your sleeve. You never know when you might need it. With the right intention, it may become your most trustworthy incentive. And that was probably the shortest reading that I've done. And I hope that the message come through. And if I look at that and I think that was 10 years ago and I was just a teen, didn't know much at all, and I was writing and I was just, set on just writing a book, and I was pretty convinced that I was going to start and finish doing that, and so I was just carrying on. Little did I know that through that whole process of writing, I was healing as I was going through that process. So, yeah, I really recommend it. I can't recommend it enough, actually. To be honest, like, I am never without a pen and a notepad. They literally stack up. That cupboard is full of books that I've just filled. And yeah, I mean, it's really great to have, something that is private, but it's also like this place that's not a phone, that is a notepad and you take a pen and you're actually physically doing something different with your hand movements, and you might get ideas. It's just something about that pen and paper, and there's something about the intention of carrying around a notepad to put ideas in, to put thoughts in, maybe profound, to write poetry in, or to even help yourself remember. And it hasn't died out. It's not old school. Maybe it is, but I mean, it is a great tool in that way as well. In fact, like, more often than not, I instinctively grab my notepad and my pen to quickly write something down. I do that much faster than I can actually type on my phone, or get to a place in my phone where I can record a voice message that I probably won't listen to. And yeah, there's just something about flipping through pages and, you know, just constantly having them, filling them up. You can really, really create a nice stack, and that's all you. It's your contributions to yourself. Yeah, it's essentially a good thing. And also, when it comes to writing, just writing, you know, it is such a great thing to do. It's a journey in itself. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't write." Now, if you're saying that and you actually are literate and you can write down in whatever language um, that you speak, your mother tongue, or not a made up language, although that can be interesting as long as you understand it. But to write out your feelings, your thoughts, it's amazing to see sort of what comes out of your brain when you're applying that action. It is truly amazing. Writing and reading and now I'm sort of trying the element of speaking, which I would admit it's like my weaker area, especially, having a video of myself and then having to post it on social media. That's like new for me. It's different and it's uncomfortable, but I mean, I'm much more comfortable speaking to a person who is like physically near me. I can do that quite well, but there's just this thought or this that if I post something, if I do this and it's with a good intention, and it is, and it's hopefully that even if it's 20 years from now and it's still somehow on YouTube, or YouTube still exists, I don't know, and someone for some reason comes across something and hears, if not anything but one word, and that helps them in some way. Even if that was the word of the last piece of the puzzle that they needed to go, aha, I got it, and it's all them, so not me. And I love the philosophy of contributing life towards life, and that's what I try to encourage. And again, the aim of the book way back when was to try and help people, but not only that, but to try and help people help themselves. And I've also decided it's about time that I start finishing up our second book. um, yeah, I mean, I'm basically run out of chapters on this one, and I want to challenge myself to sort of try and speak freely on topics, but I kind of actually want to also venture into maybe trying to do some kind of podcasty thing. I don't know. All of those things I really admire, and I think that it would be awesome just to try. And that's another thing. If you're hesitant about something, but your heart is telling you to go for it, or if there's stuff in your life and maybe you need help, and you need to reach out for help, and you're scared to do that, um, or maybe there's some kind of situation in which you have a couple of options and you're hesitating, maybe because of self-doubts or other reasons, but you can just try. And if that boils down to trying to get through the day step by step, that's fine. If that it boils down to trying to just breathe in and out and become aware of your breath. I don't want to sound loopy, I'm not, I'm just saying if you can narrow it down to that, it's very simple, you do it automatically. If you can just become aware of it, and then you are actively participating in life. That is a beautiful thing. And I just want to say, with reading the book and with suggesting that you get a notebook and a pen, and you have that as yours, and you keep it on you, and you write or draw or whatever you want to that inspires you. You can write down your dreams. You can write down little pieces, bits and pieces of vision that comes into your head, your dreams, your calling, what your heart yearns for. And that is a type of manifestation. And, at the end of the day, like, I want to believe that what we all want for each other is what we all yearn for and seek, which is, all the fruits of the Spirit, and love and light and peace and things like that. But I can't really say. But yeah, I guess, what do I want to say now? I guess I constantly have it on my mind that I don't want any person to feel like they are left out, or that they are alone, or that they are ignored. Like, a lot of the times at the back of my mind when I'm making a video like one of these, I'm thinking about the person that is like probably the furthest and least likely to reach. I'm thinking that person is, if I can reach that person somehow, God willing, and something good gets communicated through that, and that person can get up and shift or move, or I don't know what it is. I leave it open to love and life, and that to manifest and become open. And I'm not all that. I don't think I'm the best in the world. This is kind of nerve-wracking to do, but I'm trying to sort of also be open to things, and to try push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I know that I've got other visions, other dreams, which this would be like a mini challenge, like just a stepping stone to another stepping stone, to eventually climb up to the challenge that I really, really want to take on. So this is like practice, and it's been interesting. So I just hope that for some reason you can just believe that even though I don't know you, I'm contributing to you. And it matters that you're breathing, and it matters that you're here. And because you are here, your story isn't finished yet. It's most likely just begun. And what you need to know, especially if you're young, is that you've got so much potential that you have yet to grow into and merge with, and you have so much about yourself that you have yet to learn and still get to almost meet in yourself. And that comes with time, it comes with life. And just remember, life is hard. It's hard for everybody. That's something about life. But I'm going to emphasize the but and the comma. That's a beautiful thing in itself, because it leads way for so much more, and that so much more is it's like so beautiful. It's the beauty of life. So life is hard, but it's also beautiful if you care to look. So and sometimes if you don't really care to look, life surprises you and shows you, whoa, beauty, like right in your face. Like a breath of fresh air, or just a feeling that comes over you, and that feeling is a feeling of peace or relief or something like that. And yeah, don't be afraid to reach out if you're in a time of need. There are resources out there for everybody. And, take that fear and stomp on it and proceed forward and reach out to other people. You're not meant to go through everything alone. You're not meant to carry your burdens all alone. There are people literally probably within your reach. The angels probably protecting you. God's got your back. There's just a certain amount of belief that you gotta have, just enough to just get up and reach out. It's that action of choosing life, of choosing to be better, to want to have better, to want to move on. And I'm speaking generally now because you can fill in the gaps, and please make it good. Anyway, thank you for your time and attention. May you be so beautifully blessed, and I hope that you can feel a warmth on your heart today, and just know that there's going to be something in your day that you can be grateful for, and that you can experience peace about, and that you can see meaning in, and that you can realize that you matter, and there's more to you, and the best is yet to come. So work hard, stay humble, be kind, and believe in yourself. If you can't believe in yourself, believe in the greater than you. Believe in the you that you are going to become, which is a better version. You're growing throughout life. You're learning lessons. That's another beautiful thing about life. It just continues. Spend some time in nature. That's something great. You learn a lot about love and beauty in nature just by being in it, interacting with it. I promise you it will do you some good. Okay. Ciao.